Do not think about a pink elephant. Hi y'all, I'm Blessy Angeline back with another video. Like I said in the starting of the video, do not think about a pink elephant. Did you think about a pink elephant or not? Did your mind just visualize an elephant which is pink in color? Have you ever observed an elephant which is pink in color? But didn't your mind visually show you that? Okay, let me test you in another way. Notice your breath. Right now, you have so much concentration on your breath, right? Even if you were breathing since the time you were born, but now it has become more manual, right? Yeah, so I will get into the video, but these are a few examples to show you how your mind and your thoughts actually work. Like I said in my previous video, thoughts just show up, sometimes randomly, sometimes helpful, but sometimes absolute nonsense. Do you think every thought which you get makes absolute sense? Do you know that your brain is literally designed to produce thoughts automatically? It warns you, it predicts, it also replays. It replays incidents, it replays situations, it replays past. It replays past. Brain remembers. The brain, for example, it sees, it predicts. Brain is a predicting machine. There is this famous quote, I think everyone knows this. All that glitters is not dash. You would have already guessed the answer. But what if I say all that glitters is not diamonds or platinum? Or what if I say all that glitters are not rubies? And maybe all that glitters are not sun and the moon. All that glitters are not just your nails. Go on. But yeah, our brain is a predicting machine. Before someone takes a next step, your brain already predicts like 4 steps ahead. Let me give you this one best example. Maybe you're trying to confront a person about a very uncomfortable conversation you are having, it maybe with your parents, maybe with your friends. This is something I felt uncomfortable with, and when you're doing this, your brain predicts. For example, I am trying to go to my manager and ask him or her, see I want a leave, and I'm already making up conversations in my head. This is what I'm going to say to my manager. This is how he is going to reply. The dude didn't even reply, but this is how he is going to reply. And then I'll reply like this, and then he'll agree. And then this is how we'll communicate. By the time you go to your manager and talk, and he tells you something else, all your brain's predictions have gone wrong. Right? And now you're disappointed. Why? Because your brain has predicted something, but something else has happened. That doesn't mean your brain is right. Right? Brain is something which will try to protect you. But just because your brain is coming up with a certain situations and certain solutions doesn't mean they are the right situations or the right solutions or that is the right flow of something to happen. There was this one time where I was running on the treadmill, I was doing it, and at that point of time, my shoelace came out. I almost missed slipping. Luckily, no one in the gym saw me because it was empty. But I almost slipped. Not fell off completely, but I almost slipped. And that has become something to my brain to remember. It has remembered the pattern of the shoelace coming out. And then it started warning me. The brain warned me. The brain said, Blessy, your shoelace is open. If you do not tie it, you will fall off, and this time you will break your nose. Yeah? And the third thing, it replayed the moment of that, it replayed the embarrassing moment. So, yeah, our brain is something which predicts, warns, and replays the moments over and over again. That doesn't mean you do not have control on your thoughts. And not every thought is useful. Come on, and not every thought is useful. Do you know something? Your brain talks more than your mouth. And sometimes you just shouldn't pay attention. For example, if you have a friend, I think we all have a very talkative friend who always yaps and yaps and yaps continuously. You all have that friend, right? So when that person yaps, doesn't mean if you're a patient person, you will listen to them 24/7. Wow, amazing, you are great. But just because they are yapping 24/7 doesn't mean all of that makes sense. You get me? Similarly, the brain also, just because it's giving you some wild thoughts, some random thoughts, some very intense thoughts sometimes, or something which is totally useless, doesn't mean it is worth paying attention to. A few practical examples to deal with your thoughts. And no, I am not telling you, let me get this straight. No, I am not telling you you can control your thoughts, but you can control what you can do after them. So when a thought appears, step number one, what you can do is when a thought appears, start labeling them. If you're getting anxiety, or if you're tired, or if this is a happy thought, if this is a sad thought, if this thought is depressive, or this is making you feel down, name it. Just start labeling it. And sometimes, if you feel too overwhelmed, if you feel like you cannot control a thought, move, physically move. That is one of the best things you can do. You can physically move. Thoughts come and they go off. When you physically move, the attention of your brain shifts from your thoughts to your actions, what you are doing. Be intentional. Be intentional. Be very intentional on the moment you label it. Okay, this is an anxiety thought. What should I do? I should get up, stand up, and start walking. That, or just move your body, stretch your hands, stretch your legs, do something. Make your brain concentrate on the physical than the mental so that you can feel mentally at peace. And one thing about thoughts which really helped me is sometimes I used to get very random thoughts which didn't even make sense to me. Sometimes it made me feel heavy, sometimes it made me feel light. So what do I do with all these thoughts in my head? It is becoming a scribbled page in my head. So what should I do? What you can do is write them down. This helped me a lot. Writing your thoughts down will help you. Even if it's a small problem or a big problem, once you write it down, you'll be like, oh, this is the clear picture. You get a clear picture of the whole problem, and now you can break them down into small steps. That also happens with thoughts. Why am I feeling like this? Ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? What did I do to feel like this? What did that person do for me to feel like this? What is the core reason of this? This not only makes you a self aware, observant person, but it also makes you articulate your thoughts better. Instead of you thinking so much and letting thoughts consume you, because don't let the brain lead you, you lead the brain, is what I go by. Not let your brain control you, but you control your brain. So do not let your thoughts control you, but you control your thoughts. Life becomes 100 times better, trust me. Sometimes whatever you think is not the reality. And I know it is hard to accept it, but that is just human. We make mistakes, we learn, we grow. But we do not let mistakes consume us. Like I said, control your brain, don't let the brain control you. Because the mind is a bad place to live. Thank you for joining me. See you in the next one.